The campaigning for the first phase of Assam election has already started and all politicians are busy. We are now joined by Assam Minister and BJP's key strategist for the Northeast, Mr. Himanta Biswa Sharma. He has been holding at least half a dozen rallies, padyatras and public meeting to ask voters to vote for them. Mr. Sharma, it seems by the kind of campaigning that is going on, you have been yourself busy in hectic campaigning. It's going to be a crucial elections. The first phase of 47 seats, largely in Upper Assam and parts of Central Assam, is a make or break election for the BJP.
As you have rightly said, that all these 47 seats, out of that almost 40 seats were with BJP. So it is important for us to retain all the seats and improve our tally by at least 3 to 4. So that is our strategy we are working on. And as of now, I feel that it will be possible to increase 3 to 4 seats in the first phase compared to 2016.
Increasing 3 to 4 seats means sweeping the elections in Upper Assam.
Yeah, because you have to balance it out. We lose some seat in Lower Assam. So it is important for us to gain some seat in the first and second phase, so that in the third phase we can, whatever loss we will have because of UDF and Congress alliance in the Muslim dominated seats. So we have to really factor those into account, and that is why it is important for us to gain seat in first and second phase.
When you are conceding that there might be a possibility that the Grand Alliance might get more seats in the second and the third phase constituencies, are you worried that the anti-BJP forces kind of have coupled up together?
These are all expected line. Any people can come, sit down in Guwahati, say this seat will go to BJP, this seat will go to Congress UDF, because it is a highly polarized situation. So these are all in predicted line, and if you count sum total, then we will be somewhere 90, in between 90 to 100. So why you need to worry? All these are seats, so whether you pick up from this district or that district. So I think I am not bothered, because we know that our calculation is solid and die has already been cast. People know where to vote. But the way as of now people's mood, or the peoples are coming to our meetings, Sava kind of things we are seeing on ground, that make me confident that we will improve upon last year tally.
So you have been targeting Badruddin Ajmal more than the Congress. Tell us, if you were to put in one line what this election is all about, how would you put it?
This election is, as I told you, development is a constant, that you have to take Assam into a next level in the process of development. But along with the development, civilizational conflict, or what you call identity issues of Assam, is always important for us. This was started when Lokpriya Gopinath Bordloi silenced Syed Sir Sadullah. Then during Assam agitation, we challenged Ghulam Usmani, and today it is Ajmal. So these fight, and they symbolize a particular group of people. It is not Ajmal as an individual. So this civilization conflict was set in 1935, and it is continuing. I think this is the destiny of Assam.
So the non-realization of the tea garden wage hike, or the NTCA protest, or constituency-wise anti-incumbency.
Where is the non-realization of tea garden wage? It is already 218. We have notified. So that is
It's in the
court. There is no stay order. This was again a propaganda of Congress. There was absolutely no stay order, and rest is fine. Assam, we have done so much in last 5 years. So where is the question of worry? These Congress people are giving statement in Guwahati. Give me a simple photograph of a Congress leader addressing 1,000 crowd. Ajmal has captured Congress. So obviously the opposition space has been taken away from Congress by Ajmal. When our National Party President Amit Shah actually started this concept of expanding BJP into the other states of the country, South, Northeast and North and East, the fast expansion happened in Northeast. So Assam being a very important state in Northeast, it is important for BJP to retain it so that whatever gain or expansion we have achieved in last 5 years, it consolidate further and BJP become party of masses. So I think this election will take us to the next level.
So one last thing, you clearly want to suggest that politics of development or politics of beneficiary schemes is going to overshadow the sentiments of NTCA,
This is
because
not-
BJP
this
still see why BJP is not committal on CA.
No, I think in every praise, whenever CA question was asked, we are replying. But post-COVID, people do not want to hear certain things which bring back agitation into the street, either for or against. So a politician will not address people according to the desire of media. We will do that according to the theme of the election, what people wants to hear. People wants to hear our development initiative. People wants to hear how we will defeat Ajmal and win the civilizational conflict. There is absolutely no space now for CA and other residuary debates. But if you want to hear our viewpoints, yes, we are committed to CA. What is wrong in that?
So there you are, Himanta Biswa Sharma, making it clear that the party still remains committed to CA, but he feels that CAA is not an issue in Assam elections and they are going to form the government once again on the plank of development. In Guwahati, Ratnadeep Chaudhary, Find It TV.